Good afternoon. So today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I was out for Korean food last night, and I love it, if I'm honest. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can get the essence of Korean food into a sausage roll. Now, I have a couple of things I'm going to try. There's some key ingredients here. So we've got our normal pastry and sausage. We have kimchi, which is a kind of fermented cabbage. And we have gochujang, which is a Korean red hot pepper paste. So what we need to do is first up we need to prep these ingredients. I'm going to take the kimchi, I'm going to get a lot of the liquids out, and I'm going to slice it up really fine. With the gochujang, it's very, very thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of hot water in to water it down to make it more usable. I'm going to do that off screen. I'll be back in a few moments. Okay, so I'll come back halfway through the process just to show you what I'm doing. So first up, I've taken a teaspoon of the gochujang and I've put a bit of hot water and I made it into more of a liquid. Now, the reason I'm removing so much liquid from the kimchi is simply because of, I mean, look how much is in there. I'm concerned about the liquid levels within the sausage roll, so we need to remove some of it. So all I'm doing, getting off as much as I can, and I'm chopping this reasonably fine. Doesn't have to be super fine. Then you can squeeze out a lot of the liquids. Okay. I'm also going to chop up a spring onion and add that separately. And I'm going to keep this juice. I put an idea for that. So we'll come back once I'm finished the process. And we're back. Okay, so there's the resulting kimchi without its sauce. There's our gochujang sauce and our spring onions. And, simple as, we're going to add them all together. So let's get these in. Liquid in. Then we'll get the onions in. Okay. So I'm going to give these a little bit of a mix. I'll be back in a few moments. Okay, this is an attempt 2 because apparently I wasn't filming. Okay. So I have my mixture now. I also made an egg wash. That is an egg along with some soy sauce and a little bit of the gochujang liquid. It honestly doesn't look great, I'll be honest. So what we're going to do different for the second time is I haven't cut my sheets in advance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sausage here. I'm a bit concerned about the wetness. So what I'll do, I'll make the sausage, I'll make them up first and I'll show you. So it's struggling to keep its form immediately. So that indicates to me there's too much liquid in it. Now I could try and introduce some sort of filler, like a breadcrumb or rusk or something like that. But I'm not looking to do that. There's already been enough things added. I don't want to ruin it, really. So what we're going to do, I'm going to wipe my hands for a start. Just want to roll this up. Get a little bit of the egg wash to act as an adhesive, as a glue. Tucked in, firmly down. We will cut this neat. Now we have one incredibly long sausage roll. Now, as I said, the issue I'm expecting here is the liquid. So, normally all I could do is put slits in the top. Instead, let's make these smaller. And then put a slit in the top. What this does is this gives multiple ways for the liquid to escape. So it can come out the sides and come out the top. I mean, this doesn't cut as good as I would hope. What this means Once we've done all of these, I've given it every opportunity for the liquids to escape. So I'm going to do the rest of this off screen, get an egg wash on them, and pop these in the oven for about 20 minutes at 200 degrees C. So we'll be back. Actually, I'm going to bring them back 2 minutes before they are due out. I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay, I just brought you back before these go in the oven, so I just remembered something. Just to show you, they are quite small. I've left enough space for any liquids to come out and hopefully evaporate. You might be wondering what the speckles are. I've put a mix of black and white sesame seeds on. These are just ones I had over from unused bits of meal kits and things. So we'll get these in, and like I say, we'll bring them out with a couple of minutes to go, and we'll something I'm hoping will work. Okay, we're back. I haven't left them as long as I said I was going to. I've had them in about 13 minutes. Just letting them cool so I don't burn myself. But what I've done is I've made a glaze. So this is 2 teaspoons of honey, 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of the gochujang liquids. So I'm going to put this on now, just a little brush of it on each of them. What we're looking to do is put a little bit of sweetness into these rolls, just to balance out the heat that I'm hoping comes through, and just to give it an extra dimension. Now, this may work, this may not work, but it's this is what I want this channel to be about. It's to test our preconceptions, to learn new things. Now, I haven't done any sausage rolls that I think is warranted adding sweetness, but I think when I'm working with the international flavours, a little bit more leeway. This might not be. I don't even know if there's a traditional sausage roll type thing in Korea. So I'm sorry. I don't want to insult anyone, but this is just my take with the Korean flavors I know. So I'm going to pop this in for a few minutes until it starts getting golden. I'm thinking 3 or 4 minutes will probably do it max. So we'll see what happens. We'll be back.
Hello from the edit room. It turns out my mic wasn't on and I've got a lot of muffled sound rather than actual audio. So anyway, let's talk through what we're saying. So my fears were valid. There was a lot of moisture and a lot of the fat actually came loose from the sausage, making the bottom of the pastry a little bit, say soggy. I mean, it was greasy, better than soggy, I guess. Um, Now, tasting it, it is quite tasty. The heat hasn't came through like I'd hoped because I thought with gochujang it would be quite spicy. However, because the sausage is quite fatty, it's muted the chili effect. So in future, I think what I'll be looking to do is add chili powder to help boost that and overcome it. Now, it is a very interesting taste. The um, the kimchi does come through a little. The uh, the the flavor, it's hard to describe, but the ferment comes through slightly, in a positive way, I mean. But what it does do is it affects the texture quite a lot. So it no longer has the texture of sausage. It's more like burger or meatball. So it's not bad. It's just not necessarily what you would expect when you come to have a sausage roll. So I don't think there's any way to deal with that aspect, but it's not a negative. It's a uniqueness, I'm going to say. So it is tasty. It is worth it. I did take these into work and got very good feedback. But I think if I was going to do these again, I would be looking to boost certain aspects, and that is to get more heat into it. Because it's got a chili paste in, and that's not coming through. I should add there was a hint of sweetness, but I do think I was a bit sparing on the honey. I would add more. So overall, I'm very happy with this. I think it's a successful experiment. I would 100% recommend people try this. And if you see this in the wild, if you see someone selling these, go for it. Try it. Absolutely nothing to lose. So if you like what you're seeing, please give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe. I'm doing this because I like to talk about this kind of thing. So please give us the encouragement and interact with us. Thank you.